Welcome to Saving America. This is your host, Dr. David D. Schein. Our series of interviews for Saving America establishes that the world is full of interesting people. Once you hear from our next guest, I'm sure you'll agree that she deserves the moniker of interesting person. Saving America welcomes Dr. Nelva Lee, who is the founder and CEO of Concrete Build Financing. Dr. Lee was also the CEO of a vocational school for 20 years, has over 20 years experience in healthcare and over 10 years in academia as an adjunct professor for various universities. Dr. Lee was a Governor Kemp appointed board member to the Department of Community Health. She is the vice chairman of the board of the Henry County Pregnancy Resource Center, Bridge Wellness South, a former Republican candidate for state senate in District 17, and current candidate for Georgia's Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Lee has authored several Christian-based books, including Stay and Fight and Be a Superhero of Your Own Story. Dr. Lee volunteers at Relevant, her local church, and the Joy FM as a prayer partner. She was a homeschool mom and a substitute teacher for a Christian school. She has a doctorate in healthcare administration from Touro University. She's been married to her best friend, Donnie, for 25 years, and together they have 3 children. We welcome Dr. Nelva Lee for her first appearance on Saving America.
Thank you so much for having me, Dr. David. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you with us. And Dr. Lee, as you know, you've covered so much in your career and your lifetime, homeschool mom, and author, and adjunct, and so forth. Share with us some of the key moments that motivated you to move from a mom to professor to author to political candidate.
Well, I can honestly say that the career person and the professor came before I became a mom. So I had a pretty thriving career already in healthcare administration before I became a mother. I became a mom, a little bit later in my 20s, so I had a lot under my belt already. The political part, I believe I've always been an advocate. I believe that that's just how God wired me to be an advocate. When I see something that I feel that needs to be fixed, or some sort of injustice, or something that needs some leadership, I believe that God has given me enough talents and energy to be able to be a voice of change in those situations. So that's where my political aspirations come from, just being a lifelong advocate.
And what does the position you're running for, what does that do? How does that impact the school system?
So I'm running for Georgia Superintendent of Schools. And here's the thing, right? Our current state here in the state of Georgia in education is not that good. We rank 38 out of 50, in the United States. Mississippi passed us, right? And 70% of our fourth graders are not proficient in reading. 76% of our eighth graders are not proficient in math. And these are declines under the current superintendent. So we need leadership. And that's what the superintendent does. They provide leadership and guidance and vision. And that is what's lacking, unfortunately, right now. We have laws on the books to address a lot of different issues, literacy issues, you name it, but we just don't have the leadership to implement those things. And so I have a proven track record of being able to be a change agent, a turnaround agent, if you will. And so I believe that that's what I'll be able to lend to the education system in the state of Georgia.
Well, it sounds like there's definitely a need there, and I can testify as a longtime college professor that the entire K through 12 system is lacking. That we're getting
Yes.
students into college who it's hard to believe they've been through high school, and
Right.
it's so certainly there's some real need in that area, and I'd like to see 38th become college level. And
Yes.
the people in number 1 are just like graduate level coming out of K through 12. And that's what we need to be competitive in the world, don't you think?
Exactly. It's not just a
It's a tough
Georgia
world.
problem, unfortunately, but yes. I can definitely
Absolutely
lend
not.
lend my leadership to Georgia for sure.
Sounds like a winner. My audience is familiar with my stance on AI and cybersecurity. Your experience as a board member for the Georgia Department of Community Health has shown you where cybersecurity and healthcare is a constant concern. From your
Correct.
perspective, what do you see that others may miss when it comes to the intersection of technology and healthcare?
So we obviously need technology in healthcare. We Healthcare lags behind a lot of industries when it comes to just being more responsive, technology wise, obviously more responsive financing wise, right? Most people don't know what they're paying their doctors for procedures and the like. So technology definitely has a role to play. When it comes to education, though, I definitely believe we need to take a step back. Uh, Children honestly need to go back to the basics, right? Books and paper and pen. They need to go back to the basics when it comes to learning how to read and write. Those the three R's. And I would like to see less technology in those early grades, especially from K to 3, when they're learning how to learn, when they're learning how to read and they're learning their basic foundation. And so, definitely I want to see more of it in healthcare. I feel that it's sorely needed in healthcare to operationalize and automate a lot of things. When it comes to education, we need to take a step back, especially for the students. They need to have less screen time, definitely less screen time.
Well, let's focus a little bit on that second point about healthcare because we've
Sure.
been talking about education, but I'm concerned because
Hmm.
a person my age, I have a handful of doctors. Every single doctor I sign up with, it's my social security number, it's my
Mm,
address, it's my driver's license, it's my insurance card. And we're putting so much data into it. And I'm sorry, but I don't see them as these particular doctors' offices and hospitals being the leaders of security
got it.
against what we're now hearing is we've got AI invading us, not just individuals. So, how do you see a path forward for that?
You have a real concern because every hospital just about has been targeted by
Yes.
hackers. It really is a serious concern. Hospitals, doctors' offices, they really need to have a very tight ship when it comes to their cybersecurity. Now, is your social security number needed in a hospital setting? I'm not so certain. They obviously need your insurance information. I don't believe that they need your social security number. So I could definitely see a path where we have less information that we're giving to doctors. But unfortunately, David, a lot of your information is already out there. You are aware of that, right? So
Oh,
it's
yes,
it's
yes.
you
Lots
know
of
there's
information.
there's so much data about each and every one of us that's already out there for the hackers, to tamper with. So my best recommendation for individuals is to always have, two-party authentication on all of your personal information, whether it's your banks, you know, um, anything that you want to have truly private, your laptop, your phone, always have two-party authentication on as many things as possible, so that you can have some security there over your own personal information.
Well, I certainly agree with that, and I have received multiple reports that my private information is up on the dark web, and
Yes.
what I've done that anybody can do, it's not super difficult, is I've gone into the three major credit bureaus
Hmm.
and frozen my credit. Now there have been a couple bumps because I went and applied for something and they came back and said, well, we can't clarify this. And nobody actually told me, oh, you need to unfreeze things.
Right.
But I also separately have frozen my Social Security number. And you can do that through the Social Security Administration. And that actually prevented me from being certified for work through E-Verify.
Mm. Okay.
Nobody told me that. And it was as simple as just saying, yes, you can let this
Person.
university
Right.
pull your e-verify, and it's only good for like 48 hours or something, so the account stays secure. But
Hmm.
I certainly think the down what's happening is we all have to take responsibility, like you said, with the
Yes.
two-party authentication and things, to make sure that we're doing the very best job we can to protect ourselves, because I'm not sure the cats that we're giving the information to are as secure as we'd like them to be.
And they're trying, but guess what? The hackers are always two steps ahead. You
And
know,
like
they
I said, is
Mhm.
the AI is making it even worse. They
Even
just
worse. Hmm.
There was a story just in the last 2 days that said that there was an AI hack and it had no human involvement. And
Oh
I'm trying to
wow.
figure out where that went. Like, okay, what would tell an AI system to go do this? So
Right.
I'm not certain that there's really no human involvement.
Well, they're self-learning. They're definitely
Yeah.
starting to self-learn. I don't, yeah, in agreement with you that I believe there was definitely some human involvement, maybe at the beginning in its genesis of the hack.
It's just too much. Dr.
Mhm.
Nelva Lee, tell our audience how they can get more information about you, your books, and your campaign.
Definitely. So my website is drnelvalee.com, and that's drnelvalee.com. And all of my books are there. I have links to them. They're all Amazon books published. And then also have my speech, my campaign speech, and lots of different podcasts. And they can, you know, contact me through social media as well. My social media handles are there as well.
That sounds great. This is Dr. David D. Schein. Thanks for joining me for this special edition of Saving America. Remember, a new Saving America show is aired on the Brushwood Media Network every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Listen on any of the 16 network stations, Apple or Google mobile app, Apple CarPlay, TuneIn, Smart Speaker, and all smart TVs. Find more information at the brushwoodmedianetwork.com. Please be sure to join us each week. We welcome and love your feedback from our growing audience.